Dear students, lovely morning to all of you. This is Papiya Miss and this online class is brought to you by Anando Multimedia School and College. Hoping all of you are fine and fit. Students, what I have brought for you today is photosynthesis. In this part, I will talk about the site of photosynthesis. That means the place where the process of photosynthesis takes place. For that, if I talk about the process of photosynthesis and about the site of photosynthesis, we should know it very intensive way. All of you know that the main site of photosynthesis is the green leaves. Again, the green stems, the calyx and other green parts can perform the process of photosynthesis, but the main site is the leaf, green leaves. So when we talk of a leaf, we will draw an entire or bigger structure. This is the leaf, right? If I cut a transverse section through this, I will get a structure like this. This is the upper epidermis, and the upper epidermis is covered by cuticle. What is the function of cuticle? Cuticle prevents the excess loss of water. This is the epidermis, and here is the lower epidermis or hypodermis. And in the lower epidermis or hypodermis, we will draw a structure which is known as stomata, right? So this is the upper epidermis. I am labeling upper epidermis. This is cuticle. This is lower epidermis, and this is stomata. Okay, students, and in between these two epidermis there are some cells. I am drawing these cells. These cells are known as the palisade parenchyma. I am putting some dots here. So these are palisade parenchyma. And in the lower epidermis or hypodermis, there are some parenchymatous cells. These are known as the spongy parenchyma. If we cut the section near to the veins, then we will get this structure, and this structure is known as the vascular bundle. And here I am drawing phloem. These are the phloem and these are xylem. And this structure is the bundle sheath. Just make it quite oval structure. These are the bundle sheath. Okay, students, so I am labeling this is bundle sheath. This is phloem. This is xylem. And these are the spongy parenchyma. Spongy parenchyma. What is the main difference between these two layers of cells or two types of cells? Actually, all the cells are parenchymatous in nature, but the difference is that the arrangement, the way of arrangement. That means the upper cells are compactly arranged and the lower cells are loosely arranged, but basically they are parenchymatous in nature, and these two types of cells together are known as the mesophyll cells. These are the mesophyll cells. What does mesophyll mean? Meso means between, and phils mean lips. So the cells in between the two epidermis are known as the mesophyll cells, and site of photosynthesis is the mesophyll cells. If I enlarge a mesophyll cell, I will get a structure like this. What is this? This is an enlarged view of mesophyll cell, a typical plant cell, a larger vacuole, and this is the chloroplast and nucleus on the side of the cell. I am labeling. This is the chloroplast, this is vacuole, and this is the nucleus, right? And mesophyll cell. If we enlarge the chloroplast, what will we see? That means if we observe the chloroplast under electron microscope, what will we see? An oval structure. Okay, students, this is bilayered. Students, I am erasing this for labeling. This is what? Outer membrane, inner membrane, and the space between these two membranes is known as the intermembrane space, and the membranous structure, actually this is a membranous structure. This membranous structure is filled up with what? Jelly-like structure, and this jelly-like structure is known as the stroma. In the jelly-like structure, there are lots of ribosomes. Small round structures are the ribosomes. In the stroma, there are membranes. These are membranes which are stacked over each. These membranes are known as the grana. So I am labeling grana. These are also some membranes. These membranes are made up of lipid and protein. The membranes or grana are interconnected with each other by a structure, a connecting membrane. This is also a membrane. This connecting membrane is known as the stroma lamellae. This connecting membrane is also attached with the inner membrane. It is known as the stroma lamellae. So this is stroma lamellae. Okay, students, circular DNA. This is circular DNA. So this is the structure of chloroplast under electron microscope. The chloroplast contains DNA and ribosomes. These are the ribosomes and this is the circular DNA. Students, the single grana is known as the thylakoid. Collectively, these membranes are known as the grana, and just the single one is known as the thylakoid. And if I enlarge this thylakoid, what will I get? This is the enlarged view of the thylakoid. It has also two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. This is the inner membrane. Okay students, and the central portion is known as the lumen, right? There are some pigments which are known as the chlorophyll. These pigments are known as the chlorophyll. The chloroplast are of two types, granule and agranule. So chloroplast is of two types, granule and agranule. In case of C4 plants, we will get two types of chloroplast. You know students, granule is the site of light reaction. That means students, photosynthesis has two steps, light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction is also known as the light dependent phase, or it is also known as the photophosphorylation. This photophosphorylation is also two types, cyclic and acyclic. And the stroma is the site of dark reaction because the necessary enzymes for dark reaction are present in the stroma. So this is the site of dark reaction. Dark reaction is also known as the light independent phase. It is also known as the C3 cycle or Kelvin cycle. You know students, each granule is known as the thylakoid, and in the thylakoid there are chlorophyll. This chlorophyll molecule can capture the solar energy, and they become excited when they get the solar energy, and they can convert the solar energy into the chemical energy. And the stroma, using the necessary enzymes, atmospheric carbon dioxide, cellular water, produce simple carbohydrate or simple sugar, right? This is the outer membrane of the thylakoid, and the outer membrane of the thylakoid is the site of NADP reductase. That means NADP reductase enzymes are available in the outer membrane of the thylakoid, and using these enzyme, NADP is converted to NADPH plus H plus. Okay, and the lumen, that means the central portion, is the site of production of oxygen. So in the lumen we will get oxygen. Here NADP reductase, and the inner membrane, that means this site is the site of photolysis of water. Students, from this discussion we have understood the pinpoint location or very specific location of photosynthesis. So we can say that chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. Students, I hope this video has helped you. We'll be meeting in the next class with next one. That's all for today. See you later.